Okay, Windows 7. What am I going to say about Windows 7? I'm testing Windows 7 upgrade version at the minute. Basically, I have installed Windows 7 upgrade on Vista Home Premium, and it is also Windows 7 Home Premium. Okay, so I just wanted to show you a couple of simple things that you can do with Windows 7. Now, one of the things is a security aspect of Windows 7. And if you go to Start, you go to Control Panel. You will notice here you have your control panel in front of you, and if you click Network and Internet Connections, and then go to your network connections. Now, Windows 7 comes with a firewall built into a two-way firewall, which is a good thing, especially for those people that can't afford to buy a software firewall. Saying that, there's a number of free ones, but there's a number of products also not compatible with Windows 7 at the moment. So if we go here to change advanced sharing settings, you will notice here it says Control Panel, Network and Advanced Sharing Settings. Now here it says turn on network discovery. So if you turn off network discovery now, when you have network discovery turned on your computer, it means that other computers and devices is visible to the network computer. So you can turn it off. It's a security sort of a feature. File and print sharing, if you're not using it, turn it off just by ticking the box. Also here you have turn off public folder sharing. People logging onto this computer can still access these folders. So there's a few tweaks you can do with Windows 7 to make it a wee bit more secure. Now, file sharing connection, one of them is use 128-bit encryption. Is to help you protect file sharing connection, which is recommended. And turn on password protecting sharing and click Save Settings. Now, that is just a simple thing you can do to protect your computer. Also, if you go to Internet Options on Windows 7, now you will notice here that your home page in Windows 7 takes you to Microsoft. Okay, so basically what I would suggest you do is you take it out and you enter http www.google.com. Okay, and click apply. Now you'll notice here in the browsing history under Internet Options, or sorry, Internet Properties, tick the box that says delete browsing history when exit. Okay, also click the settings box. And if you're using broadband connection on an ADSL modem router or a hub, always tick never, which means if you're using dial-up connection, it's always ticked for automatic. But I always tick never for this one. Okay, check for newer versions of stored pages. Basically, that's what it is. Okay, and on Windows 7 it is set for 50. Basically, I would leave that as default. Now, just to keep my history, I would set it to 0. Then I would click OK. Now, another important thing I'd like to show you is go to Connections. Now, if you're using a broadband ADSL modem router, go to LAN settings and make sure the box for automatically detect settings is unticked. The only time you would tick that box is if you're using a dial-up modem. Now, I'm sure there's very people using a dial-up modem. Or if you want to use a proxy server, obviously, excuse me, you would tick that box there. Now, you also want to go to Advanced, and you want to scroll right down, and every temporary internet files and folders when a browser is closed, you want to tick that box. Do not save encrypted pages to disk. It's a security feature. You want to have that ticked, and you click OK. Now, if you are having problems connecting to the internet, you go back to Network and Sharing Center and go to here where it says excuse me, change adapter settings. Now, you'll notice here that this is the local area connection, which would be an Ethernet connection. Okay, you'd right click on it and you go to properties. Now, you're not a client for Microsoft, so you don't tick it. You don't want file and print sharing ticked. Now, if you go to Internet Protocol version 4, TCP IP v4, if you double tick that, you will notice here that you can either have it ticked up, obtain a DNS server address automatically, or you can use your head and tick this box here, use the following DNS server address. Now, if you go to Google and type in Open DNS Server, you will be presented with an IP address which is 208.67.222.222. And then you would put below that 208.220.220.67. And basically, if you enter the IP address that Open DNS Server gives you on their website, you put it in there and use the following DNS server and addresses, which means you're going through their server instead of you using your ISP DNS server. Your ISP does a good job, but the Open DNS server is a lot more secure. So just a couple of wee tips using Windows 7. Now, you go to sharing here. Make sure the two boxes are unticked. Okay, that's for internet connection sharing. It's also a security risk. Now, if you want to know what these individual things are, if you go to this one here, QoS Packet Scheduler, and tick it, at the bottom it'll tell you it's a quality of service packet scheduler. This component provides network traffic control, including the rate of flow and variation services. Okay, now if you were to go to this one, it also says here, allow this PC to discover it and locate it on the network. I won't untick that. Okay, it's a security risk. So Windows 7 is, in my opinion, is basically Windows Vista dressed up. It's a bit quieter because Microsoft have decided to, in the administration tools and the control panel, is to turn a few services off to quieten the system down. Now, in the first place, they designed these services, which I would call open backdoors. And over the years, from Windows XP upgrade, Windows XP Home Edition, when it first came out, I noticed that because I've been using computers from Windows 95, that some of the services in XP become a vulnerability. Basically, a vulnerability, guys find a way of getting in through the back doors that Microsoft left open in the first place. So all of a sudden you received an update, and that update basically closed that back door that left open. So you can do it manually, and I will talk about that in my next video. Okay, also if you'd like to support me as on Justin TV, PC Kermon 1, we would appreciate it. We have many good moderators there with different qualifications in computer technology. Okay, so you're quite welcome to join me on Justin.tv, PC Kermon 1. And thank you for listening.